Judged as a wide. New Zealand not happy. It was that slow ball bouncer, beautifully bowled, but maybe just too short.
I'll have to have a look at this one again. Take it up to the bowlers committee. Into the surface. Yeah, that's a wide. Yeah, good call by the umpires.
He's supposed to be up in a standing position. He kind of ducked his head. He was looking to play a smash down the ground in tennis terms. That's beautifully timed. That's the Brevis we know. That's exceptional.
Some shot this again. We've seen some beauties throughout the day. This is up there. It'll bring 50 as well. The beautiful swing of the bat. He just stands as still as possible, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, when you see him play a shot like this, you do wonder why in the last over was he limiting himself, only looking leg side. He's so powerful and his technique's so good that he can pick on any side of the ground.
This could be the over that brings South Africa back in the game. And folks, under a little bit of pressure here, has gone for 8 runs in just 2 deliveries.
Change of field. Reinforcement straight down the ground. Mid off to long off. Well, that was well bowled. That was brilliantly bowled. Brevis after he made contact, have to make sure that he didn't proceed to kick the ball straight back to the bowler. He would have been stranded halfway down.
Yeah, I think this is his wheelhouse now, to just get it into the block hole. Don't try and give any width. Don't try and give anything to the batter to get under, because as I mentioned a few games ago, he looked really good with that, trying to play with length for him. I know you do say he's a little bit quicker than you anticipate, and I do believe that, but in the block hole, South Africa also showed you that's beautifully bowled.
Linda tries to join the party and he does in style. One bounce over extra cover. This is the over.
Gone away from the strength of getting it into the block hole. This is a free hit for Linda. Look at how it just sits up in the surface, gives him so much time. Where can I hit this? Over extra cover. 1 bounce 4.
Now it's just 4 between where New Zealand were and South Africa are. And in T20 terms, 10 and over with 2 overs to go is not a big ask. They've got wickets in hand, just the 4 down. They're now starting to believe that they could be heading towards the favourite stage. These two have found their timing. They've found the boundary. Change of angle. This could. Ooh. That one bobbles, and it's Bracewell, I think, who just knees it back towards the bowler.
That's the length. That's the ball in the block hole. Don't have to go into the pitch.
Yeah, you think maybe just the thinking was, okay, new batsman on strike. He hasn't hit the boundary. Can we get a dot ball with a length delivery? And it proved to be a bad decision. And then going back to the stock standard strategy of full straight, try and get underneath those bats, make sure they can't get any elevation. Is there a paddle on the cards? No, mistimed. But that is a good over for South Africa. 15 from it, 159 for 4.
And after 18 overs, South Africa 159 for 4.
New Zealand went for 6 when they were batting in the 19th over. Can South Africa damage than that? It's Jay. He's reintroduced. What a good day he's had so far. 3 overs, 10 dot balls, 1 for 21, but that all counts for nothing. It's the next 6 deliveries he has to focus on. He wants to make sure South Africa don't find the boundaries, and he wants to try and leave as many runs as possible for whoever is going to be bowling the last over. Brevis on strike. Full toss, drags it. Is it enough? Yes, it is. One-handed, but with immense power. Mitchell was trying to make his way around the boundary. He didn't get close in the end, and that's the perfect start to the over.
Fantastic start to the over. Brevis is just putting his foot down at the right moment here. Misses his line, misses his length, but how's about this with just one hand on the bat? Shortest part of the ground, you must remember, just 68 meters, and picks up 6.
Yeah, the thinking was probably wide Yorker from Duffy. Make him try and target the slightly bigger boundary to the offside. Brevis said, no, it doesn't pitch, I'll drag you across. It just shows the power he possesses. One hand on the bat in the end, still enough. So now, just 16 off 11. Slow delivery, goes hard at it, tries to drag it to mid-wicket. Misfield allows him to get back for 2. Lots of frustration now for New Zealand.
Yeah, the pressure's on. Mitchell's been good with the fielding today, diving and taking catches there. A little bit of a fumble. 14 off 10. Linda, on that occasion, would have been on strike until this happened. And it brings on Brevis, who gets back on strike and is looking to take down Duffy.
As a bowler, you know, if you miss your area, it's probably going to disappear. You have to be on point. And that's good. That's nasty bowled. Went for the change-up, was brave enough to go for the short delivery. There's 2 men in the circle on the offside, so if Brevis got anything on that, it was the way to the fence.
You almost have the feeling that Brevis is in first gear now. And he has the game in control. 14 off 9. You don't want him to go after one that isn't quite there, Polly. Especially now as the momentum has shifted firmly into South Africa's corner. He's got to pick the right option.
He's middled it, and that's another maximum. It was an attempt at Yorker, just missed. And it didn't miss the middle of the Brevis bat.
Brevis, another big hit. This is on the roof. New balls will be required, or a replacement ball will be required. He picks the bones out of that. Height, distance. And now South Africa are 2 shots away from winning this final here in Harare, courtesy of Brevis. He's on 30 off 13.
Yeah, these two, they came to the wicket. 2 wickets fell in 2 deliveries. They've put on a partnership, 42 off 23. We're going to get a new ball introduced. Oh no, in fact, it's been brought back. Someone's run around and gone and grabbed it after it ramped off over the roof. I think it was Rainsford's youngster who popped out there.
My son went and collected the ball. I just saw him in the corner of my eye giving his mum and his sister a high five.
Yeah, this has been exceptional from Brevis. 30 off 13, striking at over 230. 1-4, but the most important stat is 3 maximums. And those do the bulk of the damage here. Just 8 runs away now, South Africa. If you've just flicked over and joined us, this is the destructive damage that has been done. It's been Develd Brevis. First of all, used a bit of finesse, but then there's been raw power. 3 examples of what he possesses. One-handed, and then the 2-handed goes over the roof.
Been destructive. 31 of 14, striking at 221. This is why he's so dangerous. Brevis, when he comes into this position, if the team needs him, he knows when to put the foot down. The power that he possesses, he can clear in most boundaries, and most bowlers won't be able to hold him back.
New Zealand hoping that Linda picks up a single and stays on strike. He swings hard, it's a dot delivery, it's a good finish. So South Africa going down to the last over, they need 7 to win.
When tennis champion Pat Cash won Wimbledon, his checkered headband was almost as famous as he was.
I love my hair then, still do. And that's why I'm seeing Advanced Hair Clinic. There is absolutely no reason for anyone to suffer from hair loss, because the specialists at Advanced Hair Clinic sorted my hair loss, and they'll do the same for you. Guaranteed. Advanced Hair Clinic. They're the UK leader in hair restoration.
Call Advanced Hair Studio now.
There we have it. We're down to the last over. This tri-series has gone down to the wire. 7 required of 6 deliveries. You get the feeling if Brevis stays there, South Africa win. New Zealand, you feel that they have to pick up a wicket, have to get a new batter to the crease.
Super over.
Don't mention it, Ed. Don't mention it. 6 required for the super over.
Anything can happen in this over. Anything can happen. They get Brevis out here. Oh, it goes down to the wire.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking. Is he thinking maybe be a little bit of finesse, or is he just thinking in the area it disappears out the ground to break the back of the 7 that are required? Oh, it's a good start. That was probably the last delivery he was expecting, but it was effective.
Brilliantly bowled here by Matt Henry. Pace on into the surface. And well directed as well. No room to maneuver on that occasion, and no height to ramp it either.
Yeah, Brevis was getting across the stumps, wasn't he? He was thinking, I'm going to go down the ground, and then it was banged in. He tried to adjust, tried to open it up to feed it down to third man, but no contact. 7 now required of 5. Matt Henry has been good in this series. He's got 8 wickets. He's the joint highest wicket taker, but at this stage he's just thinking, can he defend 7? He can't. I don't think he can. Has he got enough? Yes! Brilliant take! It looked like it was heading out the ground, but that is the wicket New Zealand are after, and it was some fancy fielding.
As I mentioned, get Brevis out here, and there's a big twist. A big twist. And it had to be something special. Bracewell, cool, calm, and collected. Mr. Iceman. No issues there for Matt Henry. Brevis thinks he can finish it with one blow. They'll obviously need to go and check if he was in control, if he was touching the rope. But what drama here at Harare Sports Club. Where are those feet? Oh, Polly. Oh, is he touching the rope?
The worst thing is the sun is coming from that side, so there's a shadow. It's a difficult one to work out. Is there something touching? He catches it. Then he steadies himself. The foot moves closer towards the rope.
I think he's good.
It's there whether he's touching.
Presence of mind. I think he's okay there, because you would have to definitively say that there's a foot on the rope. It's what then happens now with the TV umpire.
You got to say, what's the chances? What's the chances of there being no cushion where the catch is taken? Because if there's a cushion, obviously that's a lot closer to where the foot would be. But there's not a cushion, it's just a rope.
And the thing here is that the shadow as well can't show you where there's an impression. But the way that Bracewell does this, he's let the ball go there, so there's no impression on the rope. Comes back, nonchalant. Thank you very much. Oh, I think he's going to give it out.
As a fielder, you would have known if your foot had made any contact, I'm sure. I'm sure if he felt like he had stood on the rope, he would have said something, but it's out. And all of a sudden a twist. It is now New Zealand who'll be thinking, we can do this. A good innings from Brevis, 31, lots of power, 174 for 5. 3 dot balls and a single there's been. Bosch to the crease, what can he do? He middles it as well, but that's going to be taken. Oh no, it's put down, they'll get back for the 2. More importantly, Bracewell did brilliantly in the catch of Brevis. but he'll be disappointed. Had to negotiate some sunshine. We'll add that into the mix, but I still think he should have had it covered.
Definitely. I think he leaves the rope quite late, and then to make ground to take the catch. But Bosch has done a job here for South Africa. He's picked up 2. Here he comes into the sun, leaves a little bit late. Here comes the dive, and it goes into the hard part of the hands. Yeah, the sun in his eyes.
Brave delivery. He went length. Where does he go now? Chipped in the air again. It's going to land safely. Will they come back for 2? Of course they will. No! Linda's fallen over. It's all happening out there. Throw some sawdust.
4 from 2. 4 from 2. George Linda on strike. How fitting that the final plays out in this manner. It's had it all. It's had it all. It's had the brilliance of batting and bowling and some remarkable fielding. But it comes down to 2 deliveries. I'll say it again. The super over, is it on the cards?
We haven't had any close encounters. 6 games in the Tri Series, but I tell you what, it's been worth the wait. This one is going down to the wire. The negotiations, the chats, it's all about what length are you going to hit, and then once we worked out what delivery you're going to bowl, what is the best fielding sitting for that certain delivery.
Yeah, I'm looking at 3rd up in the circle and fine leg. If he's going to go Yorker, a little deflection here does it. If he goes length, oh, there's the leg side, which is heavily protected. Square leg is back. Cow corner, long on. Where do you go, Matt Henry?
I think he's going wide Yorker. Length delivery, is it out the middle? Has it got the distance? No! Brilliant catch! It's Mitchell again!
Unbelievable scenes here in Harare. They were dead and buried, were New Zealand 2 overs ago. Some brilliant fielding, people on their feet. They have put a masterclass of fielding. Their bowlers have been fantastic. Matt Henry, unbelievable, 2 wickets in the over. It was there to hit. Have a look at this, Daryl Mitchell in the hot zone. Thank you very much. Hangs on, you're in the game.
Yeah, simply brilliant. Once he made contact, George Linda thought he had a chance. Mitchell was wide, but made his ground and takes the catch. Linda goes for 10, 177 for 6.
Incredible. The crowd is coming alive now. It is still so tight. 4 off 1. 4 off 1.
I think the super over's been eliminated. I don't see them picking up 3 off 1 delivery. It's either going to be win or lose for South Africa. Spare a thought for Mutasami. They did cross. In the old rules, Bosch would have been on strike and would have been fancying himself. But if a catch is taken now, the new batter has to be on strike. Send Mutasami, what have you got?
You know, the anxiety creeps in, Polly, when I look at fine leg and 3rd man up in the circle, because the line and the length has to be right. Sen Mutasami is someone that likes it just behind square, fine outside the line of off stump. Oh man, 4 off 1.
Yeah, you think, what are the options? If you go Yorker, that creates pace on, an edge, anything, any sort of contact, it can race away. Does he go length? Length has been successful for him. They glued, they're not even in the ground, but they're glued to the action. Here we go, last delivery. Swing and a miss, and New Zealand, they've been undefeated, and they take home the victory in style.
The Black Caps in Harare. Unbelievable. For a long time. In this run chase, they've had to manage the game. Their bowlers have been superb. Spare a thought for South Africa. They brought it nice and close and tight. But the disciplines of the Black Caps with the field, with the ball, have been outstanding in the final.
Take a bow, Matt Henry, having to defend 7 in